Bung bung. Feeling tired? That. Perk up and level up with Bung Bung Coffee's delicious modern dark roast. Your favourite brewer's favourite brew. bungbungcoffee.com. ClayMcMathComedy.com. The Fringe Festival is getting closer. Melbourne International Comedy Festival is getting closer. Please go to ClayMcMathComedy.com to buy tickets. I'm trying to sell as many tickets as possible, obviously, but I'd like to sell them as quickly as possible so I can save a bit of money on marketing and all that jazz. So please, if you're interested in coming to my show in Melbourne or Adelaide, buy tickets as soon as you can. Book the night off, book the night out, and chuck it in your calendar. Speaking of calendars, don't forget, first print run sold out of the Clay McMath comedy calendar. You know, look, we got Die.Debate there. What else we got? We got The Girl Next Dorgust. Dude, this is a fantastic calendar. It's hilarious, it's good fun, and it's remarkable how well you can adhere to a schedule once you got something into your calendar, like a Clay McMath comedy show. Please buy tickets, please buy merch, please buy stuff from the website to support myself and the Welcome to the Poddy podcast. Let's start the show. Comedy, action, horror. Will this movie win an Oscar? Set design, directing, acting like Ting or costumes. This segment is Clay's Reviews. All right. Bad Boys, Ride or Die. Now, I had the pleasure of watching this in a hotel room. We started a new tradition this year, and I'm calling it a tradition because we felt very good about it, and I think we're going to look at doing it every year. But for Christmas, Rachel bought me a stay at a hotel, a local hotel, like a little staycation, and for New Year's, I bought Rachel or us a stay to a hotel as well. So we had two staycations in 1 week. The week after Christmas, and we're going to do that every year moving forward, I guess, if finances permit. But we had a great time, and I had the luxury of watching this movie in the Sofitel. Look at that. That was just easy sponsorship right there if they wanted to ever get on board. But we watched this. Rachel, I don't know. I don't think she was particularly enjoying this movie, so I really watched this at the Sofitel. We watched Happy Gilmore together. She was more into that. Adam Sandler's really her one true love, I think. That's her major crush. Adam Sandler. I was surprised to hear it. I mean, he seems cool. He seems nice. He's like pretty attractive, but not like the most attractive. But that's not the be all and end all. But I was thinking like for her, she would, because she loves Jason Momoa as well. So I was thinking like, in between like, the Jewy guy and like the mountain of muscle, like someone like honestly, I could kind of see her with Jason Statham. Just a rugged sort of man, just like a guy that used to be on the national diving team, but wouldn't shave his chest about it. That's what I kind of would see for her. Whereas for me, I'd like a Stacey Dash with a head on her shoulders, a brain in her skull, someone like that. That's based purely on looks, but if I was gonna go more personality vibes, I'd probably be looking at like a Zoe Saldana seems pretty nice. Angelina Jolie seems like an absolute psycho, but it's like kind of hot for her somehow. She kind of like pulls that off, whatever that is. It's like the hot crazy scale, I guess. I like, who do I like? Someone that's like just a chiller, man. Like a Natalie Portman seems pretty chill. She's so small though. Who the other small girl? Anna de Armas. She seems fun. She seems like a chiller. Like I like chill, bro. I don't like the high maintenance psycho vibes, which I get that. I kind of get that from Rihanna too. I feel like she would be a handful to like keep happy, but worth it. But no, I'd like more of a chiller. Maybe trying to think of. I'm trying to just look at a bunch of DVDs over here, see if I can find anyone. Dude, Leanne Rimes back in the day, you know, she's a bit older now. She's still banging, bro. We watched The Voice. You guys probably heard that episode about how much I like The Voice. She was on The Voice. She was looking good on The Voice. Nice legs for an old bird. Same with that Sonia Kruger, dude. But she's not. I mean, she's not. Look, we're going down the rabbit hole here and just naming names that aren't even like my hall pass or celebrity crush. Historically, it's been Jennifer Aniston, but we kind of got to update. We kind of got to get someone more in my age bracket. And I don't really know who's hot right now. I guess I'm really trying to think who's the actress that's really people are talking about. Margot Robbie, of course. Not really my type, the Barbie looking type. Like, do I like it? Yeah. I just can't really see myself with it. Now, is that a self-esteem thing? Or is that just like a experiential? Like, I've dealt with these blonde bitches before, Oh, they think they're killing it. I like Latin, Sofia Vergara. Again, where I've got a Oedipal complex, Oedipus Rex, wants to kill his father to sleep with his mother. I like the MILFs, bro. I like them. It's always been what I've been into. And that's why I'm with Rach. She's an old bird. 3 full years older than I am. So that's I've sort of stuck to that brand. So let's go Jennifer Aniston, and then we'll go the Latin ladies, Latinas. Penelope Cruz, thank you. Sofia Vergara, thank you. And what's the other one that I'm missing? With the chin, we've talked about her chin before. Fuck it. We're not gonna find it, but yeah, just the older birds there. They're good. They're good, man. They're good, but yeah, we're talking about what's it called? Bad Boys Ride or Die, which I'm guessing is the final installment of the Bad Boys franchise. So you've got iconic pairing of actors. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, they get back together. This is like the fourth or fifth Bad Boys movie. The last one was called Bad Boys for Life. I think it went Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys for Life, Bad Boys Ride or Die. So I think this is the last one. They kind of drove that point home in the movie that this was one last mission. But then you look at the Expendables. And that's sort of the whole thing. Every time they're like, yeah, let's get together one more time and take care of business. I only saw the first Expendables because it was so dumb, bro. But I'll watch the other 4 or whatever for you guys. Get some reviews out there. But it's just action-packed and very silly, very funny, very easy to watch. Like, obviously, gunfights, it gets loud. I don't know how old you guys are, but my old wife doesn't like the loud gunfights, so I've got to turn it down from time to time. Me, with my young ears, I can handle it. I can turn it up. Listen to a gunfight. I like it, dude. I thrive on it.
Easy money.
So, you're looking at classic Bad Boys cinematography. I don't know the directors of all of them. Might be the same guy. I doubt it. But it's, it is Michael Bay-esque. There's a lot of shaky cam, a lot of handheld stuff, a lot of drones, high-speed chases, explosions, gunfights. but it's just like, you know me. I like this kind of movie, and I like it even more now that I'm with Rachel because she hates watching them, so I barely get to see them. So when I see them, I'm like, yes, brother, which can inflate the score a little bit. It can inflate the score a little bit. However, the score I've given it here I think I've given it pretty accurate. I think I've given it a pretty accurate score. But we'll go through it all here, and you tell me what you think about what I've got to say here. But I paired this with a big breakfast on room service, okay? Big breakfast, big film. Get me a couple eggs, some sourdough bread, toasted, put some butter on that. They cook up some mushrooms. I don't eat mushrooms. I put those on Rachel's plate. They get half a like grilled tomato, some baked beans, some bacon, a sausage, and a couple hashies, a couple haberdasheries, dude. And there's not much better than a big breakfast. It's hard for me. I try to get on diets sometimes, or not even get on a diet, but just eat better. And I see big breakfast on a menu. Shit, I'm going to have to get it. Most of the time I had 6 beers the night before, and I'm like, yeah, this big breakfast is going to make me feel good. I think it's like scientifically proven that you need nutrient-dense nutrition. What the fuck's that word? How do you say that? Nutrient-dense foods? Nutrition-dense? Yeah, nutrient-dense foods. So like bullshit like spinach and kale and broccoli and all that shit when you're hungover. And I'm not about that. Let me get a big breakfast because it feels like a healthier option than a double quarter pounder. I'll get a big breakfast in me, see how I feel after that. But what I like after a hangover is sweating it out. Not after a hangover, during a hangover. I like to get in the sauna. I don't particularly like to get on the bike and expend energy. I like to sit in a sauna and drip it out, dude. Get my blood pumping just sitting there. Drip it all out. Get out, rehydrate. And half of a hangover is dehydration. So make sure you're drinking water while you do this. But I think dripping it out, get that pulse, that heart rate going, pump the blood through, just make it all happen. That's what I believe, dude. I'm no scientist. I am a PhD of podcasting. You guys know that. But yeah, like that's how I like to do it. Do I have access to a sauna? No. No, I haven't done that type of shit since I played for the Bandits, the Albury-Wodonga Bandits in like 2006. Might have been my last year. No, 2016. So yeah, now I really don't deal. I just wait 3 days until I feel better. That's really what I do now. Ride it out. Right, and you got to do that. That's ride or die, dude. Back to Bad Boys, ride or die. So I had the big breakfast. The themes, obviously, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? They've been bad boys, bro. They're bad boys for life. They're bad boys, ride or die. So a theme, loyalty, brotherhood. You got Mike Lowrey. That's Will Smith. And you got Marcus, I forget Marcus's last name, but that's Martin Lawrence. And this is their most personal mission yet. It involves Will Smith's bastard son, bro. He's half Spanish, half black. He's a stone cold killer. He's a drug dealer. You got to see the previous movies to understand the background there. So there is like you kind of need to, you can watch it without watching the other ones, but knowing the background helps before you watch this. So it's got his bastard son, and his wife and daughter, his wife has been taken hostage along with his ex, his dead police captain's granddaughter. So the police captain's dead. He died in the previous movie. His daughter is a U.S. Marshal, and her daughter is his granddaughter. Okay, that's a family tree. And, if you're on the side of the law and something illegal happens, and even if the illegal thing is pinned on someone from the police force, you got to go with the side of the law. So she she believes that her dad's not innocent, and she believes that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence isn't innocent, and she's hell-bent on catching these motherfuckers, even though she's got a personal relationship with them. So it's mad personal. You got co-workers, you got a dead ex-friend and boss, you got his daughter coming after you, you got co-workers who might be dirty, and you got family members who are on the lam with you, and then you got family members who are also hostages. Now that's personal, dude. That is high stakes. And then, and they go through it together. Martin Lawrence has like a heart attack or a stroke or something because he's got bad diet. And so he's not healthy, but he's like, yeah, I'm going in on this mission. Man, I got to somehow quit Doritos and jelly beans or whatever. But he's still going in on this mission. And that's brotherhood. That's loyalty. There's redemption. So Mike and Marcus don't always do things the right way, but they get results. And because of their, Wild West mentality, they've got a reputation that people don't really like. And that makes things tricky. That makes things tricky when, obviously Mike Lowrey's son is a drug dealer. So people will have a hard time trusting these two. So when shit hits the fan, they're really up against it. So there's like a redemption arc there, especially because people think that the ex-police chief is guilty, and then by association, these two are guilty because evidence has been, planted and framed against them. And that's not a spoiler because it's explained pretty quickly. You know pretty quickly what's going on because the protagonists are Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. They're not going to make these guys bad in the last movie, So you know that they're innocent from the jump. But it's still a redemption arc for them because people in the movie believe that they're guilty. The stylization of it leans heavily into the action, like I said before. Big drone shots, big wide shots, big explosions, high-speed chases, big stunts, rapid cuts. You are in amongst the action. You feel like you're right there, especially when, you're in a hotel. So when you're lying in the hotel bed, you're kind of close to that fucking TV. You feel like you're there, dude. You feel like you're there so much that your old-ass girlfriend makes you want to turn... She tells you to turn down the volume when it's a gunfight. I believe Kenny was asleep in between us during... No. Kenny was with his grandma. So it was just us in there. And she's still telling me to turn it down. And that's old ladies for you, bro. That's just the way they behave. And it will be what it is. It will be what it will be. And it is what it is. A lot of juxtaposition of dramatic circumstances with comedic relief, or tense situations with comedic relief. One of the first gunfights of the movie is at like an art gallery, and a big thing of like Kool-Aid or soda gets shot, but it's like a perfect hole, so the soda's like streaming out. And this is after Martin Lawrence has been told he's got to get on a diet, and he sticks his mouth under it. That's funny. That's a funny thing to do in the middle of a gunfight. A big thing of like Skittles or something gets shot. Skittles are flying. He's trying to catch Skittles in his mouth while he's shooting people. It's funny, dude. It's funny, I guess. Okay? Well, not I guess. I laughed. I did laugh. It was funny. High stakes situation. Yeah, the juxtaposition between intensity or, just drama, tension with comedy is a good match. That's what a buddy cop movie's about. You know, action comedies. That's what they do, and it's a perfect recipe. They're not going to steer away from it. The ideological stance of the film is obviously the corruption within the police force or any type of law enforcement, and then celebrating the individual virtues of trust and justice and straight up perseverance, or what I like to call stick-to-itiveness. You got to stick to it to get to it. That's what I always say, and I've been saying that. I've been saying that, man. You know that. The narrative structure, classic buddy cop formula with modern high-stakes narrative, which I've already sort of gone over. And then the villain is super tech-savvy. So he's able to manipulate records, police records, data, evidence to be in his favor, to frame people. And there's flashbacks, which you love to see in sequels, where they can just go back and get actual footage from previous movies and put it in there and be like, oh, here's a little clue. Oh, here's a little bit of context of who this guy is, or why there's a little bit of tension between these two people. And I love that. Just a quick flashback instead of exposition. You don't want people talking about like, you don't want Marcus saying to Mike, like, oh, remember how you've got a drug dealer son? Like, why would he ever have to say that? So I have a quick flashback, bang, get rid of the exposition conversation, and look, we're all up to date. Love it. It was good. It was well put together. A lot of wide angle shots, slow motion was used, quick cuts, handy cam. There was a cool little first person camera angle where they're throwing guns to each other and stuff, and your point of view is the gun. And the gun flies, and it's like Will Smith's holding the camera, then they do some type of clever CGI cut where he throws the gun. Marcus is holding the gun, and now you're in the point of view of Marcus holding the gun. But there was also that would flip around. So when Will Smith was holding the gun, you're seeing the point of view of the gun, but then it would flip around and you'd just see like Will Smith's face all up in the action. It was really cool. There is a behind the scenes video of how that was filmed on YouTube. So you can look that up. I don't know. Just look up Bad Boys Ride or Die, Will Smith behind the scenes. I don't know. You know how to do searches, dude. Bass heavy soundtrack, hip hop beats. There's a return of many characters from previous films, or at least the last film. Editing, I've talked about that. Rapid cuts, adrenaline pumping scenes, and then softer edits for more emotional sort of. Will Smith Mike Lowrey starts having panic attacks, and the cuts are much softer there. They go blurred vision, all that type of shit. Heartbeat sounds, all of that. It's pretty on the nose, but it works for a movie like this. It doesn't take itself too serious, even though there's serious moments. It knows what it is, which is important for every film to know what it is, and this one certainly does. The banter between Mike and Marcus is the heart of the film. The Martin Lawrence is so silly. Will Smith is still funny, but he's the more serious one. He thinks he's really cool. He's cool, serious. But Martin Lawrence is very silly, and the back and forth between those two is just incredible. I mean, it is from the jump. In Bad Boys 1, it's perfect, and they haven't missed a beat through any of the sequels, and this one's just as good as the rest. It was crazy, man. These are just cops in Miami, detectives, I guess, with these multi-million-dollar homes, and they don't they don't really explain why they're so rich. especially Mike. Unless they do that, is he a trust fund baby or something in the first movie? I think his dad was actually a cop, so it doesn't really make sense how rich he is. Cops do a lot for a little, very similar to teachers. And these motherfuckers are, he's riding around in a Porsche all the time. Every movie, he's got a sick car, sick apartment, sick house, huge wedding. So it's just funny to see cops living like that because you know they don't. You know they don't. Who needs backup when you've got a best friend? So obviously the power of friendships that feel like family, and like they've got each other's back all the time. I'm trying to think when someone's had my back when the odds have been stacked against me, but like I've never been in like that serious of a situation. You guys, I've told you stories about me. I'm a where and when friend. Where and when, I'll do this for you. Where and when, oh, I just got beat up. Where are you? I'm coming. That type of shit. I haven't really been in a situation like that where I've needed backup per se. The story where I go to that guy's house and because he stole my shoes, and so I beat him up in his own house and take my shoes back. My friends told me that he was the one that stole my shoes, and they told me that they knew where he lived, so they sort of had my back in that way. And I think they came in. I think it was a bit of a gang bashing, honestly. So I think they came in with me and helped me with that. So that's not backup though. Like I wasn't in trouble. It was just like sort of a revenge move. I've had bro code. I've been, when I've been being a bit cheeky and my friends have been hit up, they've just been like, yeah, I was with him all night. Don't know what you're talking about. That type of shit, which is dope. Shout out to the boys, man. Get it? I like that shit, man. And you need to do that. You need to do that for the homies sometimes. Just you need to lie your ass off sometimes for the homies, man. Midlife crises and muscle cars. Okay? Marcus, in almost every movie, talks about retirement. He wants out. He doesn't want to be doing all this shit with Mike anymore. Mike's too crazy. And Mike lives for it. He's like the Tom Cruise of Miami PD. He loves the action. He needs it in his life. Is that a sign of midlife crisis? That he's got the fancy cars, the fancy house, all that shit. I'm not at midlife crisis mode yet, so I haven't done any nasty purchases, but I've seen some dudes that don't suit their cars. I've seen some dudes driving cars the way they shouldn't be driven. Some dudes with a car that they don't even know how to drive and they be driving it and it's making noises it shouldn't be making. Old men, like 60-year-old men getting their first tattoo and it's like a full sleeve and it's like, you are 60, brother. It's a weird look, man. Obviously the old dude, goes through a divorce and gets a 20-year-old girlfriend or whatever. That's wild. I haven't quite experienced any of this shit personally. I've seen it, dude. You see it every day. My thing is like, the girls, man, the girls just have no shame. They're just like with an old dude and they're just cool being there, getting shit paid for and shit. And it's like, okay, that sounds like a nice lifestyle, but one, you got to fuck an old dude, and two, you got no purpose, man. Some people are fine living without purpose. I need to have a reason to get up in the morning, and that reason can't just be fucking some old dude buying me a new bag. That sucks, dude. That's your life, man. And dude, I'm sorry, but for some reason, women are satisfied with that. Whether they're a sugar daddy or just a stay-at-home wife, like you just get up and do nothing. Oh, but I go and do the grocery shopping. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Shout out to Christian Bale. But yeah, that's your whole thing is just doing nothing. I can't relate, bro. Sorry. Sorry, dude. And I don't want a girl like that. And I know some dudes find pride in like, I'm the breadwinner. And no, she's not working, not as long as she's with me. It's like gross, bro. You know what gets me rock hard? When my girl don't need me, but she chooses to be with me. How's that? She's independent, but she wants to be with me regardless. And she's got her own thing going on. She's killing it. That's what gets me fucking solid, bro. Not a bitch that sleeps in every day fucking doing juice cleanses and shit. That's your whole shit? Going to brunch, bitch? Nah, I'm off that. Sorry, dude. And then you got a friend that's like, yeah, dude, I fucking got this new girl, bro. Like, fucking sick. Like, what's she do? Oh, man, she just fucking hangs out, man. Like, I just take care of her. Like, I just fucking go to work, get money. I just like give her an allowance and she just does what she wants. That sounds like a fucking servant, bro. It's not a wife. It's not a girlfriend. That's a servant. It's gross, brother. Get your bitch that's up and about, bro. Someone that motivates you. I want us both to be getting it. I want us both to be just out here eating. Not out here getting fed and doing fuck all. What's that about? I'm off that. I'm angry at nobody right now. I don't even know who I'm talking about, but I know they're out there. I know it, bro. You see it. Old school mentality. It's old school mentality. You don't want to see it. Parenting while fighting crime. Marcus struggles to balance his family life and his police career. And that balance, that struggle to balance creates a funny dynamic because he's always talking about, you know, wanting to retire and all of that. And I can relate to that. You know, I've been doing this and comedy for full time for 6 months now. So I'm always home and I can always look after Kenny. But this week coming up, we've got a couple, me and Rach have got a modeling gig together for a company. And it's Kenny's first week of daycare. And I would love to be able to drop him off and pick him up and be there on his first day, be there for him. And unfortunately, for a modeling gig, you can't reschedule a modeling gig, so we cannot be there for him this week. So we have to get someone else to help out with that. And yeah, man, that's tough. That's what it is, man. When you want to be, dude, when you want to be that dude that's out there grinding, that's got purpose, that's doing shit. And parenting's a purpose. For a minute, for a while, bro. I don't like this idea where you're just going to be parenting for 18 years and stay in the house and you think that that's your job. Nah, son. You can get a job. Your kid's in school. And you also don't need to wait until they're in school to get a job. Like, get it together. 18 months, get the fuck back. 18 months is a stretch, bro, honestly. 12 months is a stretch. Let's look at, you know what? 12 months. Let's leave it at 12 months, but just know that you fucking, you know what the fuck you're doing. Staying home for 12 months. You know what the fuck you're doing. All right. Fast cars, big explosions, and even bigger egos. Obviously, action movies like to showcase wild stunts. There's been situations where I've felt like I was cooler than I actually was. I talked on a couple episodes ago about Crystal Creek when I jumped from the big cliff into the water. I thought that was going to be dope. Bang, fuck my knee up. The other day, actually, we went to a friend's pool. They were on holiday. They said, yeah, go use our pool. And I didn't realize they had a diving board. And, you know, I'm pretty heavy at the moment. So I was worried about snapping the fucking thing, but I went and tried it out. I wanted to show off to Kenny. And I do a dive And I tried not to jump too hard on the diving board because I'm so worried about my weight that I thought that I was going to snap the motherfucker. So I do like this tiny jump, get like no air, and I've got to try and flip, half flip in the air to dive in properly. And I didn't get the rotation right, and I like snapped my back doing a dive into a home pool, and I'm talking like this is like a meter high, just dumb. And then I went and did it again because Kenny loved it. He thought I was the coolest. So I went to do it again. This time I went in with a bit more gusto, and the velocity at which my head hit the water like compressed my spine this time. So I just two spinal injuries in the space of about 5 minutes trying to impress this kid, dude. And that's parenting, bro. That's parenting. And it's also that's growing up. That's growing up. There's there goes Jess. I gotta do a kickflip. Oh shit, now I've scraped my fucking knees up trying to impress Jess. Oh, all the cool kids are shit at reading. And I'm in history class and it's got round to me and she wants me to do some reading. So I'm gonna, even though I'm a great reader, I'm gonna read like a retard to impress fucking Claire. Like, hey Claire, check this out. Look how retarded I am. Do you want to kiss me? Like, what is that? And this is a real thought that happened. Dude, I'm a great reader. I'll read the shit out of anything, bro. Dude, I don't mean to brag, but I can fucking read, bro. And I was in there pretending I couldn't read, bro, to fit in with these, I don't know, bro, trying to make these retards feel better. I'm in there, dude. It's so funny, bro. I'm actively applying for support worker roles at the moment to supplement my income, because I'm in Adelaide and it's just not a big comedy town. So I'm actively applying for these roles, man. These fucking, what are they called? Support worker roles, and then just saying the R word consistently on my podcast. But we'll see what happens. But, that's what I was doing. I was pretending I couldn't read because I thought like, oh, that's what the cool kids are doing, bro. That's how insecure your man was. I should have been in there. Dude, I was doing the King's speech, bro. I. Like, dude, just get up there and fucking talk to him. Get that confidence out, bro. Pull your confidence out on her. Pull your confidence out and sit it right on her shoulder and see what she fucking does about it, bro. Get that confidence rock hard and see how she reacts to it. No one likes anything more than a rock hard confidence, bro. So go in, when you're reading a book, dude, if anyone is listening to this and is in high school and it's your turn to read, fucking read that shit, boy. Don't sit there fucking around because Adam over there can't read for shit because he's too busy bullying cunts. Dude, get your read on, bro. Read hard. What's the motherfucker gonna say? Like, oh, fucking valedictorian over here. It's like, yeah, dunce. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna get a good report card. My bad. Shit, my bad. What are you gonna do? Work in a fucking karate dojo for the rest of your life? Working. Not teach. Not be a sensei. You're going to be a receptionist at a karate dojo, bro. Taking money from 8-year-olds. Fuck, dude. You better learn how to read, motherfucker. I can read my fucking tongue out, bro. I can read so hard. Dude, I can read. So I don't mean to brag, dude, about my literacy, but shit. You throw a book at me, bro, I'm about to read that bitch. One last job. This movie leans in to the fact that this is a final mission. Have I had my final mission? Dude, I'm 34. I doubt it. Has there been situations where I've been like, I'll do this one more time? Yes. Yeah, there's like, one more beer and I'm out. One more line and I'm done. One more, I'm not getting any laughs tonight. One more joke. One more joke, I'll get off stage. I'm gonna bang this chick one more time. I shouldn't, but it's that good. She's insane, but I'm gonna have to do this one last time. One last job, bro. One last blow job. You got to get in there one more time, bro. And sometimes it doesn't stop there. So who knows? There may be another sequel, because sometimes that one last job doesn't end there, bro. They don't put a bow on it. Especially if you got your confidence, standing at attention. That's gonna be my new innuendo, bro. Is reading confidence. So people are like, oh, dude, how's your sex life going? Like, having a 2.5-year-old. Like, is that going all right? Like, yeah, dude. Like every week or so, I'll read a book and my confidence will really pop up. And motherfuckers are gonna be like, what? And to them, I'll say, this movie was a 6 out of 10 gator bites. Welcome to the party on everything. You know what it is. You gotta do the rate, review, subscribe, follow, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the Welcome to the Party podcast. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourself. Buy tickets to my show, please. Bang, bang.